As we enter week 3 of the government shutdown, I'm Caitlin Leggett taking a look at the impact it has on local food pantries right here at home.
Politics and government coming in and tariffs and all that.
We spoke with Becky Almanza of the Highland Food Bank.
We are kind of not able to get as much USDA foods.
The stalemate in Washington is creating uncertainty for millions of federal employees, including many right here in the big country.
If the big West Central Texas Food Bank can't get it, then they can't pass it on to us, and so that's kind of hard. And so with the influx of people coming in, that makes it hard for us to keep food on the shelves.
The food bank and its network of more than 100 partner agencies are preparing for a possible surge in demand.
Tonight, the line is crazy long, and it'll probably get longer. So just the shutdown, cost of food, it's affecting everybody.
The Food Bank of West Central Texas, which serves a 13-county area, says about 55,000 people are already food insecure. CEO Brandon Forrest says if the shutdown continues, more families, including the 5,000 at Dyess Air Force Base, could struggle to put food on the table. While military members will receive full pay this week, that relief may be short-lived.
Food, the West Central Texas Food Bank has ground beef, meat, but at the same time, they're all limited as well. So we haven't been able to get hardly any of the canned goods lately, but hopefully that'll change.
He says their goal is to.
Our board and elders are very, not adamant, but they want us to keep open as much as possible.
Almanza says they rely on area donations and food drives to sustain the community.
We really don't even have a plan right now, other than we're just going to trust that food will be donated.
For those wanting to help, you can donate or volunteer by visiting our website at KTXS.com.
A local food pantry in Abilene will see an increase in demands because SNAP benefits will be running out by the end of this week. I'm Jackson Burleson, and 42 million Americans rely on these benefits. I also discussed with the food pantry about what their plan is moving forward.
Since it looks like the SNAP benefits are going to go away for a while, we're making sure we're stocking up lots of food, and our front office people are just going to be prepared to see more people. Fortunately, there's a lot of churches and even a school, Taylor Elementary, that will have food drives. And one church, University Church, does it every year in November, and they'll not only give food, but they'll give money so we can purchase food at the food bank for a lower cost.
The Christian Service Center has already received many donations. A couple who volunteers every Monday here has seen firsthand what people are feeling about this situation.
They are desperate. They have been able to get food stamps so that they can get by. And now that's shut off. They have nothing. And so they're going to have to depend on the neighborhood, the city. Otherwise, they won't have any food.
The pantry has a plan, but even with one, it is still a challenge to restock its supply.
Yeah, we are really feeling the pressure the last couple of weeks from people coming in. But our receptionists say they're anxious, they're stressed out, some are just angry, and they get all mad at us and we haven't done anything because they're feeling the economic pressure. Not just the government shutdown or upcoming SNAP benefits stopping for a while, but prices of food going up, price of beef. We can't even get chicken from the food bank right now because they're out of it now.
One volunteer at the pantry anticipates that the number of visitors will double, and staff has already seen new people asking for help.
Interesting, we're getting more demand from new people who've never asked us before. We had one woman come and said, I just feel embarrassed, but I'd never asked for help, but I'm going to need some food.
For more information about the federal government shutdown, you can visit our website at ktxs.com.
I'm Caitlin Leggett, and as we near a full month into the government shutdown, lawmakers in Washington have yet to reach a deal. That means many federal workers and families are left wondering how long they can go without paychecks and benefits. But here in Abilene, officials want families to know that one critical program is still up and running.
About 1,300 or so could see delays in their benefits. That's a significant loss of food assistance, grocery benefits. In your area, about 5.8 million over the course of November, and each day that means about 208,000 in grocery benefits that won't be going to needy families.
Government officials posted this message on the U.S. Department of Agriculture's official website, alerting people to the delays in Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, benefits. We spoke with the Nutrition Program Manager for Taylor County Health.
Now, I can't speak for WIC across the United States because it's different for every state. Mm-hmm. And so for Texas WIC, for Abilene specifically, we remain open for business. Mm-hmm. And we will continue to operate during the government shutdown.
Officials here in Abilene want to clarify that the WIC program, which serves expecting and new mothers as well as children up to age 5, is still fully operational.
We have monies that have been provided to Texas WIC, and those monies have come from Section 32, which is an emergency funding provided for WIC program. And we also have monies that are being looked into from other resources like our formula rebate. But at this current moment, we are totally funded through the end of November.
Wood says thanks to emergency funding, WIC is still accepting new clients through November. But if the government shutdown continues into the holiday season, operations could depend on month-to-month funding. For the most up-to-date information regarding WIC, visit the MyWIC app or our website for more information on how to stay informed. Officials here tell me that they'll continue to monitor the government shutdown's impact, but for now, WIC clients here in Abilene can rest assured that services will still be available for the month of November.
I'm Alex Webb here in Stevens County, where local officials and volunteers in the community are taking action to help thousands across Stevens County who may be going without SNAP benefits during the government shutdown.
We were notified last week that the SNAP benefits most likely would not be available for November the 1st. The need is substantial.
With thousands of people in Stevens County alone at risk of facing food insecurity, community leaders are racing against the clock to contribute to a void of over $180,000 in benefits, impacting roughly 15% of the county population. Jumping into action, county officials held a meeting on Monday inviting community partners to put an emergency plan in place.
So what we decided was that we would do food cards that would essentially replace or supplement their SNAP benefits. It can be used for the same thing.
The distribution center will be located at First Methodist Church, where food cards and donations will be sorted and directed to families that are struggling in the absence of this essential federally funded program.
Although it's happening, the distribution will be here. This is not just this church's project. It's going to involve all the different churches in town, individuals.
And I think this is just a continuation of our team building through COVID, and then after that we had Winter Storm Uri, and through that great partnerships were formed.
KTXS asked if the county is doing enough to support residents in the community who may soon be struggling to keep food on their table. But even their best efforts will not be enough.
It's $184,000 a month is what those individuals receive in Stevens County. It's $2.2 million a year in total SNAP benefits. It can only be filled by the federal government.
We may not be able to raise $184,000 before Friday. We'll chip away at it and keep it going and, do the best we can to see people are taken care of.
Heading into November, Stevens County leaders and partners say that they will continue to step up and support, hoping the federal government will soon do the same. For more information on steps the county is taking to support the community during the government shutdown, you can visit us at our website at ktxs.com.
Amid the ongoing government shutdown and with many families across the country preparing to lose SNAP benefits, community support is more important now than ever. And that's exactly why an organization in Abilene is stepping up to the plate. I'm Brianna Dennehy reporting from Global Samaritan Resources, where I spoke with Executive Director Andrew Kelly about how Global Samaritan is amping up donations to local nonprofits in need.
Through our 55,000 square foot warehouse, we're able to bring in truckloads of goods. And so we have partnerships all across the United States with other organizations. We recently, in light of what was coming on the horizon with SNAP benefits, we knew that food was going to be a thing that's greatly needed. And we have great food pantries, but when there's a situation like this, there's always a need for more. And so Global kind of fills that gap. We're able to contract, and we brought in a 53-foot truckload of Nabisco product last week. It's roughly about $150,000 worth of food, and we were able to bring it in from Fort Worth for $1,000.
Kelly has been working with the organization for roughly 2 years, and he says that once Global Samaritan heard about SNAP benefits coming to an end, they immediately began planning ahead. Kelly shared that anyone in need of food can dial a simple 3-digit number.
So for those who are in need of food, my recommendation is that they call 211. When they call 211, which is kind of overseen by United Way, they'll speak to an operator and they will give them a referral to a local food pantry. We have amazing food pantries here in Abilene. People that genuinely care, they'll work with those that need it, and they'll help get them food.
Kelly offered some insight into what those willing to pitch in can do to help.
If you're in Abilene and if you're looking for a way to kind of respond and help those who need it, my recommendation is that you reach out to a food pantry, whether it be the Highland Food Pantry, the Presbyterian Food Pantry, the Methodist Food Pantry, City Lights, Love and Care Ministries. All of these organizations are going to be hit in the next couple of days and weeks, and they could greatly appreciate it.
The future of federal aid may be uncertain, but it's clear that community support here in Abilene remains strong.
As the government shutdown continues, countless families across the big country are going without their essential SNAP benefits. I'm Alex Webb, and I spoke with a few local organizations who are stepping up to help people in need.
Probably the last couple of weeks, when people heard that SNAP may be suspended for a while, we're getting a lot more calls, people coming in.
Since benefits ran out November 1st, more families are turning to local organizations for emergency food support, many for the first time. And local food assistance programs say the phones haven't stopped ringing, with people not just asking for help, but offering it as well.
We had 8 calls last week in 4 days, and so when it just happened, so as people call and the city gets concerned about what's going on, there's going to be a lot of people helping, there's no doubt.
The sudden halt in benefits has countless families across the big country struggling with food insecurity and having to turn to local resources they never imagined they would need.
Some people, they're stressed out, some are angry, and so we're trying to gear up and help as many people as we can with the many basic needs, but especially now with food because of the SNAP benefit problem.
For organizations who've already been responding to the growing need firsthand, the concern isn't so much supply as it is capacity.
We can only see so many people each morning and the afternoon, and so we help whom we can, and then if we can't help them that day, we tell them about other food pantries in town, so we'll somehow get them some help.
Local ministries say this is a group effort, relying on faith, community, and repurposing their existing resources to provide meals while SNAP assistance remains on hold.
We got a food pantry across the street, and we just try to keep as much as supplied as we can, and you can only do what you can do. Well, I think we'll see an increase, but we have a tremendous community. The community's always came through. It's always going to come through because we just have a great community of helping people. It just depends on how long it goes. That's going to be really the key.
If you find yourself struggling to make ends meet, you can visit us at our website at KTXS.com for a complete list of places to find the help you need.
With the government shutdown putting SNAP benefits on pause, it's giving scammers the chance to trick families into giving up their personal information. I'm Tori Garcia, and I spoke with the president of the Better Business Bureau of Abilene on how to keep your benefits safe during this vulnerable time. SNAP, or the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, provides monthly benefits to help families buy groceries. For millions of Americans, it's a way to put food on the table. However, with benefits in limbo during the federal government shutdown, families may face uncertainty and delays. Scammers could take advantage of this uncertainty, calling or emailing recipients and pretending to be from the SNAP program. They might ask for personal, confidential information.
The most common one would be people trying to pretend they're from SNAP when they're not. These are government imposters who are acting as if it's okay to give them personal information like your credit card number or your Social Security number, when in fact it's not a good idea. It's a good way to get your identity stolen.
Scammers often use news stories and media reports to make their calls seem legitimate. When families are worried about delayed benefits, they might be more likely to share sensitive information.
If you have, and somebody calls you and they say they're from the SNAP program, sometimes people let their guard down. My suggestion is just the opposite. It's time to put your guard up and get them to mail you any information they can to prove that they're actually from SNAP like they're saying they are.
Riggins says to never give out personal information over the phone, email, or text unless you can confirm the person is legitimate. Ask for proof in the mail and verify it with the federal government or your local representative.
They'll ask for their driver's license number, their Social Security number, all the information you're not supposed to give a stranger over the phone. Somebody who's strange to you that's asking you for that is likely going to steal your identity. So be really careful.
And if you come across a scam, Riggins says to block unknown calls through your phone provider and report suspicious activity to the BBB's Scam Tracker, which helps log and prevent scams.
Another person will get another piece of information, then we'll be able to put all that together, and as that information gets downloaded. So the best way is just to know that these scams are pretty common.
For more information on how to pinpoint scams, visit our website at ktxs.com.